Hello all you clashers out there, this is Galaxis and thank you for coming back for part 2 of True Might, Blood Rain. You can see I'm bringing up my Dracula now to a 6-star, there it goes. And now he's going to be extra strong, 26,280 HP. On top of that, got the 4 of 5 tenacity. So you can do the math on that. Getting close to 33,000 HP, so it's making him extra strong. And it's really important to make sure to keep your heroes ahead of the curve. So, I mean, you know, I worked on, you see I just brought Dracula up to 6-star. Ares is already 6-star. And Cupid is also 6-star. So, you know, basically in this series, what I've talked about is bringing up your heroes, making sure that they stay stronger than the competition. And one way to do that is to bring up your skill level, bring up and make sure you get some high talents. And those things are something that is worth bringing up your might. If you take a 3 of 5 or 4 of 5, 5 of 5 talent, then you can expect that your might is going to increase, you know, a pretty good increase from taking one of those type of talents. So those are the type of things that people just don't realize. Every little thing you do here can bring up might, and those things that do actually affect your might, you just want to be really careful, because you want to make sure that your guys stay stronger than the average guys out there. Because most people do make the mistake of just adding on buildings and adding hero bases and upgrading this and upgrading that. Well, obviously adding hero bases, but upgrading the hero bases and doing things like that that actually increase the might. And you know, sometimes that's in an attempt to be able to make it to higher might. 8,000 might, you might be trying to push for that to get to Mesa. 10,000 might, Mesa 2. 10,000 might is going to get you into the Lost Realm. So there are things that drive you to be able to increase your might. But it's really important for you to realize that when you do increase your might, it makes you vulnerable if your crew isn't strong enough to take it. So, you know, I've been working and focusing on this crew to make sure that they stay ahead of the curve. You can see most of the heroes here, they're like 60s and 90s. There's no hundreds out there. There's no 6-star heroes. And so, you know, that's what I run up a lot of the time. Run up against is, you know, folks like that. Now you can see this Dracula, poor guy's over there. There's his Atlantic core is all gone. You know, those guys all got crushed really quick, and so he's just there, and he's not going to get a chance to even proc. And so that's what it's all about. It's about staying strong and you know, just being able to just dominate the competition. And so that's how you stay ahead of the curve. So you can see Pixie procking at the end there, giving everybody just a little bit more health. But you can see that Dracula, the 94 Dracula, the Atlantic core, they really didn't have anything that they could do to resist, to be able to stop the crew from coming through, because we got the hero hunter, Ares, with his girl Pixie, and they just can reach deep within a base and be able to take people out. So that's one of the reasons why this crew is extra strong. You can see I land again with Dracula with his extra HP from his tenacity, 4 or 5 tenacity. I don't really have too much worries dropping him down and letting him take all of the aggro. You see the black cloud and then the rainbow. That's pretty common, you know, that the procs of Pixie and Ares are able to go off pretty close. And that's what I usually end up seeing, is a black cloud, then a rainbow, or sometimes the rainbow, then the black cloud. But yeah, they don't have a problem at all taking the heroes out. And with Dracula cleaning up the troops, it's just basically a, you know, all-out assault. And that's what it's all about. I mean, you know, if you're going to be putting time into an account, you want to make sure that you're not making mistakes that are going to hurt you in the end, or, you know, in the long run. And I'm saying this from experience because, you know, I've been playing for a year and a half and I've made some mistakes. And that's why I'm here helping folks to be able to come up with a better solution, and just make sure that you don't fall into those traps. So let's go ahead. We'll get these gems real quick. And you know, there's something I wanted to show you guys here. One gem. This is free to play. So all you guys that are out there that are free to play, it is possible. Just stay focused and make sure that the account that you're working on is worthy of it. That you have some heroes that you're not going to struggle to be able to make it. So here you go. Got some gold. Go into that. We'll raise these up. My idea here is that I got these walls, and I've been able to take HBM F with this, and I want to be able to go on and make it to higher HBM, but I know that they keep breaking the side of the wall over there. So what I've done is come up with an idea to go ahead and alter the base design that I've made just slightly by increasing the width of the wall out here. So we'll do that on the other side also, and that should prevent them from breaking through the wall, because what they've been liking to do is just come right through that wall right there. And so being able to farm a good high level wave and staying in front of that is really, really important. Don't underestimate how important it is to be able to farm and get shards, because you're going to need those for a lot. For one, you're going to need the gelatinous champions to be able to bring your skill, your talent up for these guys, because that's really important to keep your talent as high as possible and to continue to work on that constantly. And if you're in any kind of a good guild, they're going to want donations, so you want to be able to farm a pretty decent wave. So what we'll do is we'll drop in Dracula here. You can see I like this crew here. They got a Orc's Bane, got a Mortep in there. It's a pretty strong crew, 90s. Nobody 6-star yet, but you can see here you go, got Ares, and then the rainbow comes in from Pixie. So that's what I like to see. Whenever that happens, you pretty much can count on those heroes to be able to drop. And if they're under 90, if they're like in the 80s or 60s and haven't made it to 5-star even, then they usually can't even withstand more than one proc from both of those guys. So battle over, target is online. All right, so he came back before we destroyed everything, but that's okay. We'll just go ahead and keep on. We'll go out and look for somebody else to attack here. Let's see here. This is a bunch of griffins in the middle. Got all of his heroes over in the corner. So I like to see stuff like that, because it's not going to make it too hard at all for me to come in again, tanking with Dracula, let him take the aggro, and then once he procs, he wipes everything out there, and you can see all of those guys being affected there, and there they go. Pretty much everybody, all the heroes are gone there now, and so then it's just a matter of cleaning it up and making sure that everything is cleaned up here at this base. Not a problem. To go out and get resources is not an issue, and so that's what it's all about. You don't want to find yourself in a position where you're the guy that's being rated like this, where your skill, your levels of your heroes are like in the 60s and 80s, and you got people that are 100s and over coming through and just burning your base up. And so you don't want to be in that position, but you can end up there if you continue to raise your might without paying close attention to the true might of your crew. So you can see that guy has 80s and 70s, and he really doesn't have much that he can do to be able to defend against a crew that's hundreds and over. So here's a guy with a Dracula and a Pixie, and got a Grizzly and a Mortep, and I'm sure that he feels pretty strong. But go ahead, we'll drop in, and you can see, okay, yeah, he's got his Dracula's proc, but mine was much stronger. Ares and Pixie disabled him and made him not capable of proccing again. So, and then we just wiped him out. So you can see all these guys just running through these base designs because they're really no competition. They're the levels of their heroes are just not strong enough to be able to withstand the attack. So that's what it comes down to. You know, now what I've done on this account is I haven't leveled up any of the hero bases. The only hero base that is leveled up, the one hero base, is the base that Dracula is on, because I want him to be able to see further, and also to get that increased performance from being on a leveled up hero base. But you know, one of the things that you can run into is if you run around and you're leveling up all of the bases, then what you'll do is you'll have everybody with a longer range, so they'll actually go, and you can end up having them trying to jump over walls and stuff like that. So, you know, watch that and make sure that you only bring up bases that are necessary. So I was telling you about waves. We'll go ahead and we'll do a wave F so I can show you how this works. Now, they used to break right through that wall over there in the corner, and now here they are. They're coming right into the middle, right where I wanted them to go. And waiting for Dracula. Okay, he's procking there, taking those guys out. And that was really great because he saved the day. And, you know, just made sure that we didn't lose anybody important right there. So the way I have this set up, basically they have to come in. Great. Okay, good. They didn't break through that wall. Again, they tried to come on in. And that's just what we wanted them to do. And you can see that Ares and Pixie are proccing, and then Dracula cleans everything up. And so that's basically what we got going on. We got Cupid and Druid in there for support. And you see Druid will see those guys first, and he'll start to target them. Ares proc. Okay, we lost our Druid, but that's okay. That is okay. Ares procced. There you go. Pixie procced again. And just knock those guys out. We did lose our Druid though, but we're at F4 now. And they keep on spawning us low, so this probably isn't typical. Okay, and we lost our Pixie, but she did revive. 2 of 5 revive on her, so she's back. And you can see the wings on her back right there, shows that she has revived. And here we go. We're at F5. Dracula was ready to proc, which was great. That really helped us out there. And let's see there. Got that dinosaur out of the way just about. He killed the Pixie, but couldn't get Druid, couldn't get Dracula or Ares. And so there you go. F5, 35 shards, 94,000 experience. There you go. Well, folks, I want to thank you for coming out and checking out part 2 of Blood Rain. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. And until next time, Galaxis out.